Alright guys, you're watching Unfunded Garage, and I got hopefully a quick video here for you guys on how to replace your O2 sensors, both upstream and your downstream one, which we'll get to in a little bit. But to start, this isn't too bad of a job. The hardest thing is breaking it loose from the exhaust, just because it heats up frequently and it tends to get stuck in there. But this upstream one I've pulled out multiple times when I did the headers, and it's gonna come out easy. The downstream one, on the other hand, I don't know. So I'm gonna get started. I'm gonna take off this upstream one, and I'm gonna do that with a crescent wrench. Alright, so our O2 sensor is loose. But just unscrew it. If you're tangling this up, it's not a big deal because you're not using it. So if you're like me and before putting a stock catalytic converter back on, you were running a total straight pipe, nothing was getting filtered anywhere, which usually I don't think there's any filtering on this one anyway, but the one downstream just gets fouled by the unfiltered gases that come out of your exhaust. And so over time that could be one of the reasons why it causes it to fail. But this one is just probably 100,000 miles, I'd say. Both of them probably have at least 100,000 miles. So it's time. So next what we're going to do is we're going to get the sensor off over here. So this down here, over here, up here, whatever you want to call it. It's the best way to look in for me. But this right here is where the oxygen sensor connects. You got to pull this little tab. There's a tab that's inside here. You got to depress it down and pull the whole thing back towards you to get it out. So I'm going to try and finagle that out right now, but it's a pain. So I guess we'll just see how it goes. Oh, this is going to be a pain. Can I get this off somehow? There we go. Okay, so got that one out of the way. That's a little bonus. I'm gonna get some gloves. So I'm gonna try to depress it with a flathead and pull it back. It's not working. Why don't you like me? Oh, maybe that's how it goes. Oh, maybe. So what I did is, let's get this all back into focus. So on the back side of the sensor, where this tab is, so you can see the tab, it's right there in the middle, it's dark. On the back side it sticks out and you gotta push it down, and it pulls the tab away from where it clicks in and allows you to pull it back. So I was wrong with what I first said, but that's how you do it. So now you just gotta undo it from this. Oh. All you do is push these little tabs down on the side and pull it back. So here we have the old O2 sensor, and this one looks like it's seen better days. So let's find the other O2 sensor, which is in one of these boxes. Alright, so this other O2 sensor in the box is got a super short cable, and I don't remember the one on the bottom, the downstream one, having this short of a cable, so I'm gonna assume for now that the upstream one must be the one of the same length, which I could very well be wrong, but I'll look into it once we get to the underside of the car, because it'll be easier to swap it around. Alright, so assuming this is the right one, should just thread it right on in here somehow. Not the right threads. And there we go. Round that, stick that in there, pull it through, and plug it in. So, that's your upstream O2 sensor. Easy as that. One thing that I'm actually going to show you real quick, something I want to show you on this is this one. Hold on. Something I want to show you on this was, if you notice this guy, so these threads, the threads on this should be the same color as this brass head or copper or whatever, but if you notice it's silver. It has an anti-seize on it to make it so it should come out easier next time when I want to pull them out. So now we're going to get to the downstream one. Alright guys, so right up here is your downstream O2 sensor. Actually, it's the right size. It's a super small cord. I don't know how well you can see that. That's a plug up there. That's going to be a little tricky to get off, but so we're going to do the same thing. The crescent wrench right here. Sometimes if it's being a pain in the ass, get some of this PB blaster and we might let it soak for a little bit. But first I'm going to try to do it without the PB blaster, which is now out of my reach. This guy. Wow. So this O2 sensor came out very easily. Let's get it dangling. This one's never come out. I wasn't expecting it to be that easy. There it is. And we'll take a better look at that once it's not focusing, but we'll take a better look at that in the light. It's very black. I'm gonna figure out how to get this clip off. I don't know if I'll be able to show you guys, but I'll try to give you a good idea about it once I get it off. So I can't show you under the car because it's too cramped down there, but this clip right here, this is where this little flange is where the clip goes through on the underside, and it's completely identical to this one's. Totally identical. So you put it in here. I'll show you on this. So to get this off, what you do is you push down on this button right here and you pull it back. See? Can't pull it now, push down on the button, pull it back. Now it's going to be much harder because it was underneath the car and it's probably all dirty and whatnot. But for this one never coming out before, it came out pretty well. And if you notice, on this one, it's not silver, there's no anti-seize. But you can also notice it's got a lot of soot on it, and in fact that bottom hole, there's a couple of these bottom holes on there. It's not focused. There's a couple of the bottom holes, the little slits are just totally clogged. So what I'm gonna do, so we're gonna slide underneath there, we're gonna toss this guy in. Now that I know the downstream O2 is good to go, I'm gonna tighten this one, make sure this is good. I'll work with me a little bit. That one's good. And once you're done with that, the last step is to open up your favorite cold beverage and enjoy. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, and comment.